Bring us another bottle of port, Edna, and get a move on. Eric still has the power of speech, and if he says steady the buffs one more time, I am liable to throttle him. Oh God, bring a bucket for Eric with that bottle, Edna. And a mop. Now what was I saying? Oh yes. You mark my words, everyone, I am talking as a hard-headed, practical man of business. There will definitely not be a First World War. The Titanic will not sink. Russia will be far behind the rest of the world. And the Conservatives and Liberal Democrats will form an alliance. The last one was a joke, by the way. Yes, you mark my words, I say, a man has to make his own way, and look after himself, and his family, and the dogs, and the horses, but not the servants, of course. Yes, a man has to mind his own business and look after his own. Edna, get the door and tell them to go away. Good God, where did you come from? And who, may I ask, are you?
My name is Inspector Panties and I am a policeman.
A policeman, you say? Well, I do not know why you are here. Unless Eric has been up to something. Would you like a glass of port?
No thank you, Mr. Birling. Not while I am on duty. I am here on a very serious matter indeed. 2 hours ago a young woman died in the infirmary because she had swallowed a bottle of disinfectant.
A bottle of disinfectant? How very odd. It must have been a clean kill.
This is no joking matter, Mr. Birling. I believe that you and your family have something to do with her suicide.
Bleach? Suicide? It is starting to sound like an In-Excess song.
Now you have lost me there, Mr. Birling.
Suicide blonde. In-Excess, oh, I am wasted here. In that case, please tell me how my family are involved in this girl's death.
Well, let me tell you briefly, Mr. Birling. 2 years ago Eva Smith came to you and asked for more money, so you sacked her. She then got a job at Millward's store, but one day your daughter Sheila went there in a bad mood and got her the sack. So Eva became a prostitute, and one evening at the Palace Bar, Gerald Croft, your daughter's fiancé, picked her up and set her up as his mistress. When he got tired of her, he dumped her and she returned to prostitution. That is until your son Eric took up with her and got her pregnant. She then went to your wife's charity to ask for help, but she was sent packing by her, and at that point she saw no point in carrying on, so she killed herself.
And for some reason you think that her death has something to do with my family?
Well, whose fault is it then?
Well, her own, of course. Everybody knows that we all make our own way in this world. Are you sure you would not like a glass of port?
Not while I am on duty, I told you, Mr. Birling. Well, let me tell you this. One Eva Smith has gone, but there are millions and millions and millions and millions. And millions and millions and millions of Eva Smiths and John Smiths still with us.
Oh, that is more like it. Fetch the inspector a pint of John Smith's, Edna.
You really do not understand a word I am saying, do you? Well, let me tell you this, we do not live alone.
Well, I certainly do not. I have Eric.
Well, you have my deepest sympathy on that, but I have to tell you that the time will come when, if men will not learn that lesson, then they will be taught it in fire and blood and anguish. Good night.
What a strange, working-class fellow that policeman was. Edna, where is that bottle of port? And that bucket?